YandR spoilers. Diane targets Victor, plans to destroy his world. YandR's Jack Peter Bergman has been upset with Adam, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Melissa Claire Egan for their roles in Victor's Eric Braeden attack on Jabot. What Jack doesn't know is that Diane, Susan Walters, has been working on something behind the scenes that could change everything. She gets a notification that makes her happy. Diane feels she finally has the upper hand when it concerns the Newman businessman. Mrs. Jack Abbott set traps for Victor. Victor used Kane's, Billy Flynn, AI software. Unfortunately for Victor, what he did was a crime that could send him to prison for the rest of his life. The Abbott family can't prove Victor stole the AI software, but Diane knows where to find the proof they need. Her discovery is exactly what the Abbotts needed to finally get back at Victor. Victor always thought he had the upper hand when it concerned the Abbotts, but Diane may change things. She has something up her sleeve that could end everything for him. Diane's goal is a simple one. She wants to get evidence of Victor's cybercrime and illegal actions, so he could face criminal charges for what he did. The businesswoman may enlist her son, Kyle Michael Mueller, to pull her plan off. He can help her find the proof of Victor's crimes in a legal way and expose him for what he did to their family. There's no love lost between Kyle and Victor. It wouldn't be hard for Kyle to help his mother with her plan to destroy Victor. He's not dating Claire, Haley Aaron, so he would be more than willing to do anything to destroy her grandfather's life. Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, was the first person she wanted to turn on Victor, but that lead didn't work out the way she wanted. Diane couldn't rely on Phyllis to get the job done. She will try a different approach when she asks someone else for help. Diane decides to get Michael's, Christian LeBlanc, help. She asks Michael to work with the Abbotts instead of Victor. As fans know, Michael has been a friend to Victor, so it won't be easy for Diane to convince him to turn his back on him. She pleads with him to help her pull her plan off, but Michael knows what could happen if he turns against Victor. Will Diane convince Michael to help her get the proof she needs to send Victor to prison? The Abbotts want to get to Victor before he does something else to destroy Jabot. Come here for all things YandR. Check back often for the young and the restless news, spoilers, and updates. Genoa City is bracing for a storm like no other as Diane Jenkins makes a shocking comeback, one that could shake the very foundations of Newman Enterprises. For years, Victor Newman has been untouchable, the kingpin of the city's business and social elite. But according to the latest buzz in Genoa City, Diane is back with a vengeance. And this time, she isn't just looking to reclaim a piece of her past. She's determined to dismantle Victor's empire, brick by brick. The scheming Diane, ever the master manipulator, has been quietly plotting behind the scenes. Her motives are complex, as they always are. On one hand, there is a personal vendetta. She has never truly forgiven Victor for the betrayals and humiliations that have punctuated their turbulent relationship over the years. On the other hand, Diane has her eyes set on power, and Newman Enterprises has always represented the ultimate prize. Genoa City insiders are already speculating that Diane's plan involves a combination of legal maneuvers, corporate sabotage, and social manipulation, making her threat to Victor more dangerous than anyone could have predicted. Victor, as we all know, is no stranger to enemies trying to undermine him. From scheming business rivals to manipulative ex-lovers, he has seen it all. But Diane is different. She knows Victor's strengths, and perhaps more importantly his weaknesses. Her intimate knowledge of his personal life, combined with her cunning intelligence, gives her an edge that even someone as formidable as Victor may struggle to counter. Sources close to the Newman family suggest that Diane has already begun forming alliances with some of Victor's lesser-known enemies within the business world. If these whispers are true, Victor may find himself isolated at a time when unity is crucial. One of the most shocking elements of this emerging storyline is Diane's audacious use of her charm and strategic alliances. Genoa City residents are known for their loyalty to Victor, but Diane has reportedly been cultivating relationships with several key figures who have reason to resent the Newman patriarch. From ambitious board members at Newman Enterprises to influential socialites with hidden grudges, Diane is gathering an army of allies ready to do her bidding. Her strategy is subtle yet potent. Rather than attacking head-on, she is slowly chipping away at Victor's support network, sowing seeds of doubt and discord that could ultimately weaken his grip on power. Meanwhile, Victor himself remains blissfully unaware of the full scope of Diane's plan. Though he senses that trouble is brewing, he has yet to grasp the meticulous nature of her scheme. Fans can expect a series of tense confrontations in the coming weeks, as Victor begins to connect the dots and realize that Diane's return is no mere coincidence. Rumors suggest that these confrontations will not be limited to the boardroom. Personal betrayals, emotional manipulation, and shocking revelations are all expected to play a major role in this explosive saga. Adding another layer of intrigue is the potential involvement of other Newman family members. Nikki Newman, ever the moral compass, may find herself torn between loyalty to Victor and her own complicated feelings about Diane. Will she attempt to intervene and protect Victor, or could her empathy for Diane give the schemer an unexpected advantage? Meanwhile, Adam and Victoria Newman, both fiercely protective of the family legacy, may have to navigate a treacherous landscape of shifting alliances and dangerous secrets. The ripple effects of Diane's actions are sure to impact every corner of the Newman dynasty. For viewers who love a classic Genoa City betrayal, Diane's plot promises to deliver. Sources suggest she will exploit weaknesses in both Victor's personal and professional life. From uncovering buried secrets to leveraging past scandals, Diane is poised to launch a campaign that could destabilize everything Victor has built. And knowing Diane, it won't be subtle. Expect dramatic confrontations, emotional ultimatums, and the kind of jaw-dropping twists that only YandR can deliver. Interestingly, Diane's return is also likely to trigger a series of moral dilemmas for those around her. Friends and foes alike may be forced to pick sides, creating a tense atmosphere where trust is in short supply. Will former allies turn against Victor, drawn in by Diane's cunning arguments and promises of gain? Or will the Newman patriarch, as he always does, rise above the chaos and reclaim control before it's too late? The suspense is palpable, and fans are already speculating endlessly about who will survive this storm unscathed, and who might be permanently shaken by Diane's dynamics will also play a huge role in this storyline. Diane's charm and manipulative prowess are legendary, and viewers can expect her to use every tool at her disposal to win over those who might traditionally be loyal to Victor. From flattery and persuasion to clever deception, Diane has the skill set to infiltrate Victor's inner circle without raising immediate alarms. Each small victory she secures will build momentum, gradually tightening the noose around Victor's professional and personal life. Of course, this is YandR, which means that no plan is ever foolproof. Victor is a survivor, and viewers know that he has a way of turning even the most dire situations to his advantage. The real question is whether Diane has planned for Victor's resilience, or if she has underestimated the depth of his determination. The coming episodes promise to be a thrilling chess game, with each move carrying high stakes for the entire city. Fans should also pay attention to potential romantic angles, as Diane's schemes often intertwine with matters of the heart. Will her return stir old passions or rivalries that further complicate her objectives? Could emotional entanglements weaken her focus, or might they provide her with unexpected leverage over Victor? YandR has a long history of blending romance with revenge, and Diane's plot seems primed to follow this tradition, adding layers of tension and unpredictability. As we approach the climax of this storyline, viewers can anticipate a series of explosive twists that will leave Genoa City forever changed. Diane's carefully orchestrated plan is likely to reach a boiling point, forcing Victor to confront not only her machinations, but also the vulnerabilities within his own empire. Boardroom battles, family confrontations, and shocking personal betrayals all loom on the horizon. One thing is certain, Diane is not here to play games. She is here to win, and she will stop at nothing to dismantle Victor Newman's world, leaving both him and the audience questioning what, if anything, can survive the storm she has unleashed. In conclusion, Diane Jenkins' return to Genoa City is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling storylines in recent and the Restless history. With a perfect blend of cunning, charm, and ruthless ambition, Diane is set to target Victor Newman in ways that could leave him shaken to his core. From corporate sabotage to personal betrayals, the coming episodes promise drama, suspense, and emotional fireworks that fans won't want to miss. As Diane executes her plan, one question dominates the minds of viewers everywhere. Can Victor survive Diane's relentless assault, or is the king of Genoa City finally facing an adversary capable of toppling his empire? Genoa City is on edge, and the countdown to Victor and Diane's ultimate showdown has begun. This is a story of power, revenge, and the lengths people will go to claim what they believe is rightfully theirs. For fans of and the Restless, Diane targeting Victor promises to deliver all the drama, suspense, and shocking revelations that make this soap opera a must-watch. Hold on tight, Genoa City will never be Monday, December 22nd. Noah's bad luck, suspecting Sienna, Nikki's decision. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, December 22nd reveal that Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, just can't win as he gets attacked once again. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will be very upset when she learns of Noah's attack. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, blames Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, for Noah's attack. Will Nick run Sienna out of town? Make sure to check out our weekly YandR spoilers here. Noah Newman attacked again. Noah will be attacked once again and stopped by Crimson Lights for some ice. Nick is upset that Noah took off without his security detail, but Noah is only worried about finding Sienna, who has gone missing. Sharon doesn't believe that Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, could get far with Sienna without some help. Nick takes things a bit further and suggests that Sienna willingly went with Matt. Of course, fans know that Matt sent Annie Stewart, Catherine Kresge, to kidnap Sienna as part of his plan to hurt the Newmans. However, Noah isn't the only Newman he wants to get to. Sienna going missing is his way to get Noah away from the family fold and back where he wants him. Nick just wants to keep his son safe. Sharon Newman's bad news. Sharon is not happy that her son has been hurt again. He just came out of a coma and does not need to be whacked over the head too many times. Sharon has already convinced Sienna that she needs to leave town and get as far as possible away from Noah. However, Noah changed her mind by threatening to go with her. Noah doesn't want anything to happen to Sienna. Sharon and Nick have talked and neither of them believe Sienna is a particularly innocent. Noah has knows her longer but feels like he loves Sienna, and she claims to feel the same. Noah is determined to go look for Sienna again. Noah is also going to have help from the Newman security detail, as well as the GCPD and Detective Bureau, Matt Cohen. Read this, The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor the Grinch learns his lesson, 3 wake-up calls on the way. Nikki Newman makes a big decision. In the meantime, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, is fed up with Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and his Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Jabot problem. Nikki has already had a huge fight with Victor at the Newman Ranch. Nikki has threatened to leave Victor, but he is not aware of this yet. Victor will eventually push Nikki to follow through and leave. Nikki wants this feud to end once and for all. Will Nikki actually walk away from Victor and leave him at the ranch alone? Could Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, walk away from Victor too? Look for another round of Matt and his vengeance in the middle of all of this Newman chaos as well. Keep watching to see what happens. Come here for all things YandR. Check back often for the Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. Monday in Genoa City promises tension, heartache, and shocking confrontations as The Young and the Restless sets the stage for a drama-packed start to the week. From Noah's spiraling misfortune to Nikki facing a life-changing choice, viewers are in for a whirlwind of emotional stakes. Let's break down the key spoilers for Monday, including the twists that could shake Genoa City to its core. Noah's bad luck continues. Noah Newman is having a rough patch, and Monday's episode will spotlight just how badly luck has been eluding him. Recently, Noah's attempts to mend fractured relationships and navigate his personal life have been met with repeated setbacks. This week, it appears that the universe isn't giving him a break. According to early spoilers, Noah is set to face a crushing disappointment that will leave him questioning his next move. Whether it's a professional setback, a personal betrayal, or a mix of both, the weight of continuous misfortune is piling up on him. Noah's struggle could also manifest in his romantic life. Viewers should anticipate tension between him and anyone close to him, particularly as suspicions and miscommunications rise. Fans may recall that Noah has always been someone striving to do the right thing, often putting others before himself. But Monday, he's forced to confront the reality that sometimes, even the best intentions can lead to trouble. Whether it's a failed business deal, an unexpected betrayal, or a misunderstanding that escalates, Noah's bad luck could mark a turning point in his character arc. Suspecting Sienna, trust shattered. Meanwhile, suspicions are swirling around Sienna. Someone in Genoa City is starting to notice inconsistencies in her stories and actions, and Monday, viewers will see these doubts start to take hold. While Sienna has always been a complex figure, balancing charm with a mysterious streak, her latest behavior is raising red flags. Noah, in particular, is tipped to become suspicious. With his own troubles mounting, Noah's intuition is sharper than ever, and he may start connecting dots that others overlook. Sienna's recent secrecy, possibly tied to a hidden agenda or a past mistake, will draw his attention, and viewers should prepare for a tense showdown. Monday could feature a scene where Noah confronts Sienna, pushing her to explain herself. Will she offer the truth, or will she attempt to mislead him further? The episode promises high drama as trust hangs in the balance, and one misstep could unravel relationships and alliances that have taken years to build. Additionally, Sienna's dynamic with other Genoa City residents could be tested. Friends and family may sense her evasiveness, prompting whispered conversations and private investigations. Monday is shaping up to be a critical day where Sienna's secrets are at risk of being exposed, and the fallout could be significant, not just for her, but for everyone connected to her. Nikki's life-altering decision. As Noah battles bad luck and suspicions mount around Sienna, Nikki Newman faces a pivotal decision that could have lasting consequences for her and her family. Nikki's storyline on Monday is expected to focus on a choice that weighs heavily on her heart. Whether it's a personal matter, a family dilemma, or a professional crossroads, Nikki is in the spotlight for a reason. Early spoilers hint that Nikki may be confronted with a scenario that forces her to choose between loyalty and self-preservation. Given her history as a strong yet compassionate figure in Genoa City, viewers can expect her decision to be layered with emotional complexity. Nikki has always been someone who fights for what she believes in, but Monday's episode will test the limits of her patience and judgment. Her decision could also intersect with Noah and Sienna's storyline. If Noah is questioning Sienna's intentions, Nikki may find herself in the middle, needing to navigate conflicting loyalties. This could create tension between mother and son, as Nikki tries to balance her protective instincts with the need to allow Noah to learn his own lessons. Additionally, Nikki's choice may have ramifications beyond her immediate circle. A decision she makes could influence business dealings, friendships, or even romantic entanglements in Genoa City. Monday's episode is poised to explore not just the immediate impact of her choice, but also the ripple effects that could shape future drama and emotional stakes. Monday's episode promises to deliver the classic mix of suspense, emotional depth, and dramatic confrontation that fans of The Young and the Restless crave. Noah's misfortune, Sienna's potential betrayal, and Nikki's life-altering decision create a perfect storm of tension that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The interplay between these storylines also suggests that Monday will be a day of reckoning. Noah may be forced to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and those around him. Sienna could be pushed into a corner, revealing whether she is a sympathetic figure caught in a web of circumstance or a manipulative force with ulterior motives. Nikki's decision could set off a chain reaction, impacting not just her immediate family, but the entire landscape of Genoa City. For longtime viewers, these developments also offer opportunities to revisit past storylines. Noah's bad luck may echo previous struggles he's faced, providing continuity while deepening character development. Sienna's mysterious nature could tie into unresolved plots, and Nikki's decision may reflect lessons learned over decades of navigating family, love, and power in Genoa City. What to watch for? As Monday unfolds, viewers should pay close attention to key interactions and subtle hints. Noah's confrontations, Sienna's responses, and Nikki's contemplations are likely to be rich with nuance. Every glance, every pause, and every line of dialogue could carry hidden meaning. Fans should also anticipate surprises. In The Young and the Restless, nothing is ever straightforward, and Monday may bring twists that defy expectations. A seemingly minor comment or gesture could escalate into a major revelation, altering the dynamics between characters and leaving viewers speculating for the rest of the week. Final thoughts. Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless promises a gripping mix of misfortune, suspicion, and life-changing decisions. Noah's bad luck could push him to a breaking point, Sienna's secrecy may finally be questioned, and Nikki faces a choice that could redefine her path. With so much at stake, Genoa City is poised for drama, tension, and unforgettable moments. Fans won't want to miss this episode, as the intertwining storylines are set to provide not just entertainment, but also insight into the characters' deeper motivations and the consequences of their actions. Monday is shaping up to be a pivotal start to the week, reminding viewers why The Young and the Restless continues to capture hearts and imaginations with its complex characters, intricate plots, and relentless no stranger to chaos. But this time, the storm hits a little closer to home for the Newman family. Noah Newman, often caught in the crossfire of his family's relentless power struggles, finds himself once again under attack. And this time, the danger isn't just financial or emotional. It's personal, intense, and threatens to shake the foundations of the Newman legacy. Noah's life has always been a roller coaster. The youngest Newman has had to navigate the treacherous waters of his family's business empire, the relentless pressures of his father Victor's expectations, and his own tumultuous love life. But the recent events suggest that Noah is entering a far darker chapter. Last week, fans saw Noah narrowly escape an unsettling incident that left him shaken, and this week, the situation escalates dramatically. The day started innocuously enough for Noah. He arrived at Chancellor Winters for a routine meeting, unaware that someone had been tailing him for hours. As he walked down the quiet hallways, he felt a sudden chill, a sense that he wasn't alone. His instincts, honed from years of surviving family betrayals, screamed at him to stay alert. But even he couldn't have anticipated what came next. In a shocking twist, Noah was physically confronted in a dimly lit parking garage, a place he thought was safe. The assailant struck quickly, leaving Noah stunned and scrambling for escape. While the attack was brief, the implications are enormous. Someone knows him well enough to predict his movements and exploit his vulnerabilities. And that someone's motives are unclear, but certainly sinister. While Noah recovers from the physical assault, his mind races. Who would want to hurt him and why? His thoughts immediately turn to the family. Victor's enemies have a long history of targeting his children, and Noah has been no stranger to the collateral damage of Victor's business rivalries. Could this be a vendetta aimed at Victor, with Noah as the soft target? Or is there something more personal, a betrayal from within his own circle? The possibilities swirl ominously, leaving Noah and viewers on the edge of their seats. Adding to the tension is the fact that Noah has recently been involved in high-stakes business dealings that could have ruffled feathers. His attempts to modernize Newman Enterprises and stake his claim as a competent heir may have triggered resentment. In Genoa City, ambition is often met with sabotage, and Noah might have unknowingly stepped into a trap. His professional and personal lives are intertwined, making him especially vulnerable. The psychological impact of the attack cannot be underestimated. Noah, who has long struggled with self-confidence and the shadow of his father's dominance, now faces a new kind of fear. The man who has always been the peacemaker and the reluctant player in the Newman Empire must confront a world that has suddenly become more dangerous. This incident forces Noah to reconsider who he trusts, as even familiar faces could be hiding dangerous secrets. Fans will also be watching closely how Noah reacts emotionally. Will he retreat into the safety of his family, or will he rise to the challenge and confront the threat head-on? The attack could mark a turning point for his character, pushing him out of the background of the Newman family drama and into a more central, high-stakes storyline. Noah has always been underestimated, but this trial may reveal hidden strengths or weaknesses that could redefine his role in Genoa City. Adding another layer of complexity is Noah's romantic life. His relationship with Tessa or another love interest could be jeopardized as the danger escalates. The person behind the attack may use his emotional connections as leverage, forcing Noah into impossible decisions. The emotional stakes are high, and viewers can expect heartbreak, tension, and possibly shocking betrayals in the episodes to come. Meanwhile, the rest of the Newman family is on high alert. Victor, ever the protector, is unlikely to sit idly by while his youngest son is in peril. Nikki, always a motherly figure with sharp instincts, may confront the situation in her own way, through compassion, guidance, or even a confrontation with suspects. And then there's Adam, whose complex relationship with Noah adds another unpredictable variable. Will he come to Noah's defense, or will their long-standing family conflicts further complicate matters? In Genoa City, even family can be a battlefield. The identity of the assailant remains shrouded in mystery, keeping viewers guessing. Is it a disgruntled business associate, a jealous rival, or someone from Noah's past seeking revenge? The possibilities are endless, and the suspense is driving fans to theorize wildly. Genoa City thrives on secrets, lies, and sudden revelations, and Noah's attack promises to be no exception. The story is a masterclass in soap opera tension, mixing action, suspense, and emotional depth to keep the audience riveted. As the storyline unfolds, Noah's vulnerability may also serve as a catalyst for character growth. Facing danger head-on often forces individuals to confront their fears, make difficult choices, and embrace unexpected strengths. Will Noah rise to the occasion and prove himself a formidable player in the Newman saga, or will he succumb to the pressures threatening to engulf him? This arc is not just about survival, it's about transformation, resilience, and the hard-earned wisdom that comes from navigating perilous circumstances. Moreover, this attack could have ripple effects across Genoa City. Other characters may be drawn into the drama, alliances could shift, and secrets long buried may come to light. The tension between personal safety and family loyalty, ambition and morality, trust and betrayal, is central to the narrative. Noah's predicament is more than an isolated incident. It's a catalyst that could reshape relationships and power dynamics in unexpected ways. For viewers, the key thrill lies in anticipation. Each new episode is likely to escalate the suspense, revealing hints about the attacker's identity, the motive behind the assault, and how Noah will respond. The combination of mystery, family intrigue, and personal peril is classic Young and the Restless, yet it feels fresh and compelling when seen through Noah's perspective. The character who once seemed peripheral is now at the heart of Genoa City's latest storm, proving that no Newman, no matter how underestimated, is ever safe from the city's treacherous currents. In the end, Noah Newman's latest attack is more than just a moment of danger. It's a turning point. It challenges the character physically, mentally, and emotionally, while simultaneously igniting a cascade of suspenseful plotlines. With his family, friends, and foes all potentially involved, Noah's journey promises a roller coaster of revelations, confrontations, and high-stakes drama. The audience will be glued to their screens, wondering who is behind the attack, what the ultimate consequences will be, and how Noah will emerge from this trial, stronger, wiser, or scarred by the experience. One thing is certain, Genoa City has never been safer, and the Newman family Newman's day had started like any other. But the familiar hum of Genoa City soon turned ominous. The early morning sun cut through the blinds of her cozy cottage, painting stripes across the floor as if foreshadowing the chaos about to enter her life. Sharon, sitting at her kitchen table with a mug of coffee, stared blankly at the morning paper, sensing that something wasn't right. The uneasy feeling in her gut had been nagging at her since she opened her front door earlier, when a mysterious envelope was left there with no return address. Her hands trembled slightly as she picked it up. Inside, a single sheet of paper bore news that made her heart sink. There had been a development regarding her family, something that could shake the very foundation of her life. Sharon's eyes raced across the words, the letters swimming before her. Her immediate thought went to Nick. If this was about him, or worse, about the kids, she knew that nothing would ever be the same again. As the morning unfolded, Sharon tried to carry on with her routine, but the weight of the unknown pressed down on her. She glanced at the phone several times, expecting a call from someone, anyone, who could shed light on the troubling message. The silence in her house, once comforting, now felt suffocating. She realized that she wasn't prepared for this. She never really was. In Genoa City, peace was fleeting, and trouble had a habit of finding Sharon, no matter how far she tried to run. Her first instinct was to confide in Nick, but a glance at the clock reminded her that he would be busy at Newman Enterprises. Still, Sharon knew she couldn't wait. The tension built up until it felt unbearable. Grabbing her car keys, she rushed to Nick's office, her mind spinning with the worst-case scenarios. What if it was about the children? What if it involved Victor? Her chest tightened at the thought of facing yet another blow. Sharon had endured so much already, schemes, betrayals, and heartbreak, but this felt different. Personal, immediate, and possibly devastating. When she arrived at Newman Enterprises, Sharon's hands were shaking as she made her way through the lobby. She spotted Nick in his office, immersed in papers and conference calls, completely unaware of the storm that had arrived. Sharon's heart raced as she knocked softly on his door, hesitating for a moment before speaking. "Nick, we need to talk," she said, her voice trembling. Nick looked up, concerned at the urgency in her tone. "Sharon? What's wrong?" Sharon handed him the envelope, her eyes searching his for reassurance. Nick scanned the letter quickly, his brows knitting together as the words sank in. The silence between them was deafening. This is serious," Nick finally said, setting the paper down. "Do you have any idea who sent it?" Sharon shook her head. "No. And I can't. I can't stop thinking about what it could mean. I just have this horrible feeling, Nick. Something bad is coming." Nick reached out and took her hand, grounding her in the moment. "Sharon, whatever it is, we'll face it together. We always do. But we need to be careful. Genoa City, it has a way of twisting everything into chaos." Sharon nodded, but a sense of dread still clung to her like a shadow. As the day progressed, the pieces of the puzzle began to emerge. Sharon discovered that the letter was connected to someone from her past, a past she thought she had left behind. It was about a secret she had buried long ago, one that had the power to disrupt everything she had worked so hard to rebuild. Her mind raced through memories she had tried to suppress, flashes of old arguments, betrayals, and moments of vulnerability. By late afternoon, Sharon realized that this wasn't just about the past, it was about her present and the potential threat to her family. The letter contained hints that someone had been watching her, monitoring her every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Her first instinct was to protect herself, but a stronger urge emerged. She had to protect her children. No matter the cost, Sharon knew she couldn't let history repeat itself. Sharon's first call was to her closest friend, Nikki Newman. Nikki had been her rock through countless trials, and Sharon needed guidance more than ever. "Nikki, I don't know who to trust," she confessed over the phone, her voice barely a whisper. "Someone from my past, they know something. Something that could ruin everything." Nikki's response was calm but firm. "Sharon, we'll figure this out. You're not alone. You never have been. We'll get ahead of this before it gets worse." Feeling slightly reassured, Sharon began retracing her steps, revisiting old contacts and probing for clues. Every phone call, every encounter felt like a tightrope walk. Genoa City's web of secrets and lies was closing in around her, and the realization hit her that the battle ahead wouldn't just be legal or financial. It would be emotional, exposing the very core of who she was. As night fell, Sharon returned home, exhausted but determined. The envelope still sat on her kitchen table, a symbol of the storm looming over her. She sat down, clutching it, and allowed herself a moment to breathe. For all her trials, Sharon knew she had survived worse. She had fought for her children, for her relationships, for her sense of self, and she could do it again. But she also knew that this time, the stakes were higher. Whoever had sent that letter had tapped into the part of Sharon that was most vulnerable. Her family, her heart, and her past mistakes. And in Genoa City, a secret once revealed could ignite a firestorm that no amount of love or loyalty could easily quench. As she prepared for the challenges ahead, Sharon made a silent promise to herself. She would face this head-on. She would protect her family. And she would not let the shadows of her past dictate her future. Because Sharon Newman, for all her vulnerabilities and missteps, had one unyielding quality: resilience. And in the coming days, that resilience would be tested like never before. As she looked out the window, the city lights twinkling against the darkened skyline, Sharon whispered to herself, "No matter what comes, I won't let them win. Not this time." And with that resolve, she stepped into the unknown, prepared to face the bad news that had suddenly turned her world upside down. Ready to fight for her life, her family, and the fragile hope that in Genoa City, even in the darkest moments, there was still a chance for redemption.